What's up, humans? It's Steven back with Arcane. I apologize for getting this one up so late. Been having a ton of technical difficulties all week. It's the holidays. Work's been crazy. So I apologize. I found workarounds. So we are trucking on through. I'm really excited for this next episode because the first episode was really good. It was a really good opener. I'm really into this series. I told you guys I like the art style, the colors, the themes that they were starting to bring up. There's a lot of tension, it seems, between the two sides. You know, you got the underground and the north side, the two different groups of people, and it looks like a war is kind of on the horizon. So we're gonna see what happens with that. I did a little bit of research on a couple of things because I'm a nerd. And like with TV and movies and all these things, like you can learn so much about the world and the things to come. There's a lot of foreshadowing that happens with just in sort of the minor details. And so I'm probably going to be keeping track of a couple of things. So first off, the definition of arcane itself. The definition of arcane is understood by few, mysterious, or secret. And like first thing that comes to mind with that for me is like arcane magic. It seems like a magical place, not necessarily like fully magic, but I think it's like a place that sort of combines magic and science. And when you look at the scene where the kids broke into the building, whoever owned that shop, they had a blackboard with all these symbols and everything written on it. And I was looking try to see if I noticed anything. The first thing that came to mind was alchemy, which is an arcane magic. And I did find one symbol. This symbol, it's an alchemy symbol, but it's also like for science and chemistry and stuff. And it's an alembic, which is a distilling apparatus. I also noticed like a waveform. So they could be testing out parallel universes. A lot of different things, sound. We did see that at the end of the show, or the end of the episode, what is looking like one of the villains was working on some sort of substance that's like, I don't know, kind of like super soldier serum that they put into a rat. So a lot of intrigue coming out of that first episode. So I'm very excited to get into it. If you're excited too, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow my social medias. If you're into art and photography and stuff like that, I post my drawings and my photography and some of my poetry, as well as my personal things on my Instagram. You can follow my Twitter too if you like. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Careful, that's your parents' money you're dropping. Hello?
It's the person who owned the shop, the lab, chemistry, whatever.
Hey, open up.
They kind of seem like nice people. Ooh. Yo. Oh, flashback. Hello. A mage of mysterious origin. Yo, he looks cool. Ooh. What is this? This the multiverse?
Science, I guess.
Last time I checked, science didn't require illegal equipment.
Science and magic.
Approved by the Academy. Who authorized your research?
It was an independent study. What? How am I dangerous?
Yeah, that's for the council to decide.
How your house get broken into? How your place get broken into, and then you go to jail? That sucks.
Imprisonment.
What?
Curious principle. We confine the physical body, yet the mind is still free. I do love a good conundrum.
His character design is like Albert Einstein.
But sometimes we venture too far. No great science should ever put lives in danger.
I believe I've discovered something truly incredible. A way to harness
What?
magic through science.
Magic.
What did I say? Magic and science put together. I love that stuff.
The arcane is dangerous, Jace. A force of nature. Science cannot control it. One of them. Own your mistakes before the council. Admit your work was dangerous. But speak nothing of magic. Do that, and I theorize you'll get away with, how do you say, slap on the wrist.
So it's an academy of science, and they don't really like magic.
You should see this.
Well,
Search them.
come on, bro. We wasn't even doing nothing.
Go ahead, idiots. You got nothing.
No, she has them. Toss one of them joints and run.
The richest person in Piltover.
Yet I remain the poorest Medada.
Excellent choice, Counselor Medarda. A supreme challenge, if I
We
may.
need something revolutionary, Alora. Something to put Piltover on the map. This one.
That's, well, that's a child's toy.
Good.
We've got the numbers to beat them.
Yeah, let's teach them what it means to mess with us.
Sure that's
Heavy
what
is the
you
head
want.
that wears the crown.
We crossed that bridge once before. We all know how that ended.
They're just protecting your kids. The Vander I knew, the one who built the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
Do I look afraid?
No. You look weak.
Oh,
I ask the
this
council's
guy.
forgiveness, and I hope that I can continue my studies.
As Jace's patron of many years, I can speak for his character.
The Arcane is the curse of our world. My race was nearly destroyed by it.
Surely we, the pioneers of
Oh.
science, can use it for good.
Time. I've seen this power in the wrong hands. It corrupts, consumes, lays waste to civilizations.
The ethos is clear. He must be banished from Piltover.
Please let me speak.
Dang, son.
As a lower house, my voice
Is that
has
Mom?
very much weight here. But as a mother, I have a voice that matters
Mm-hmm.
deeply. My son isn't in his right mind. His entire life he's lived
no.
an impossible dream. Please let him come home.
A crime like this can't be overlooked. The boy must be punished.
I move that Jason
Yes,
be
the punishment-
summarily
the crime should
expelled
finish the
from
punishment.
academy and remanded to the care of his parents.
I mean, I feel like that's the best case scenario. Like, if they're not gonna let you practice what you want to practice anyway, like, go somewhere else and do it.
First time I've been invited
Okay,
to
we got
Lane's.
this guy.
It better be worth my time.
Don't look so concerned. I'm about to make your day.
Family won't help me. I'll find someone who will.
I wonder, is he gonna go to the underground? Is he gonna throw in with those kids?
No, that foolish boy.
Yeah, I must admit, his theory intrigues.
Problems, and that poor boy has enough of them already. There. Come tomorrow morning, his research will be safely disposed of.
Alright, I'm starting not to trust old doctor there.
No.
What? No. No, it'll kill me.
So they've run this before, these tests before.
Very important secret I learned when I was about your age, boy.
Like, please at least tell me it tastes good. Like a purple berry blast or something. looks painful.
Get you.
4 sump rats will do. Search the place. Should you go?
How about a proper drink? Oh, you don't want that, bro. You don't want that. I'm pretty strong myself. That's dope. Oh, they stayed down there. I thought they had like an exit, like, you know, back exit that they could take. Oh. What is that, like a demon in a jar?
I ran into an old friend of yours. He had some.
Oh. No, 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 no. Somebody grab her! Grab her! Get out of there, man. Come on, close the door already. Oh, nah, bro. This not the answer. Come on now. Chillax.
From the Undercity. I was an outsider.
Oh, so you can upgrade.
Didn't have the benefits
You can come from the Undercity.
or a name. I simply believed in myself. Which is why I'm here. Because I think you're onto something.
Let's go. Team up.
Research.
No one thinks it can be
You
done.
better not be lying, bro.
You know, Powder, what makes you different makes you strong. Always remember that, okay?
Yeah, I feel like Vi is about to turn herself in. Okay, so that was a really good episode. I'm really glad that we spent a lot more time topside. You know, dog, I've already forgotten the name of the place, but the upper city. I'm really glad we got to spend a lot more time there and got to get in with a lot of the characters, because in storylines like this, it's often common for them to focus primarily on the downtrodden and the underground, and just frame the rich as just evil. But like oftentimes in life, when you are at a higher place financially or status wise than someone else, you don't necessarily see yourself as a villain. You don't necessarily see yourself as like putting yourself above those people. You just kind of see yourself in your own lane, and you don't feel like there is sort of a power struggle or like a status struggle until you are the lower side. Like, you're always looking up, so you look at the people who are higher than you and you're like, oh, they're elitist, they're selfish, they don't care about me. Meanwhile, you kind of forget that there are people under you living an even worse life. So I thought it was a cool dynamic, getting to see these characters topside and see them very humanized. Now you see that there are some who are very elitist and are just flat out jerks, but there are some who just up there living their life, going about daily life. So that was cool. I mentioned in the intro to this, I was talking about I felt like this was a world that wanted to mix magic and science, and that is definitely the route that they're going. At least the one guy is, and that's a very interesting thread too, because magic and science are one and the same thing. Like, there will be people who will tell you that, oh, magic is this, and then there are people who tell you that, oh, only science exists. But in all actuality, the idea of magic and science, their goal is essentially the same thing, and that is to figure out the limits of this reality and go past them. Science constantly wants to find the limits of our reality and exceed them. That's how we've made progressions throughout science, is people trying to figure out what's different. That's how we found out about gravity. That's how we found out about, like, that's the whole thing about string theory and the theory of everything. It's we as humans want to understand this reality so that we can go beyond its limits. And magic is pretty much the same thing. Only thing is, in art and media, magic is more so framed as people who have discovered reality's limits and discovered the ways to get past it. You know, a lot of times it's people doing these things that are so unexplained, but I really love it when it all boils down to it, it's the same components. You know, people arrive at their scientific conclusions very similar to the way that people can arrive at their magical conclusions. And so it's gonna be really cool to see those ideals clash in this show, and I hope it's a very intriguing outcome. Vi looks like she's trying to do the right thing, turn herself in. We don't know who walked through that door. We don't, like, they sort of gave us the idea that, you know, it's the enforcers coming to get her, but who knows? It could be her crew. It could be Vander coming to be like, you know what, all right, let's fight. We're not about to let you get taken in like that. The guy who was working with the magic, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to catch up on all these names. But the guy who was working on the magic, he's an interesting character. I'm glad that he didn't off himself. I'm glad Victor came and it's like, dude, let's do this together, because I feel like that's gonna be key in the underground getting a leg up. I feel like the only way that those two guys are gonna get any traction in their studies is by going to the underground. Because if you look at what they have in the underground, there are a lot of crystals, and I didn't see a ton of crystal things. It looked like more metal things topside, but in homie's house with his mom, she had a bunch of crystal things. So it looks like the two elements in this show are crystals and metal. Metal is science related, science based, cold hard facts, and crystal is going to be the more magic based things. And I believe Powder is probably gonna realize that her tech works well with the crystal magic. Like, from the time that she found the little ball things, I've been wanting her to put that into, you know, her little gadgets, because I feel like that's probably what they need. They need a magical power source, because when she threw out that one gadget, like with all the nails in it, came out like pink smoke. So looks like we're on a crash course with that sort of idea that magic and science are going to collide and create like a very powerful weapon, either very powerful weapon or very powerful energy source. I'm hoping that in the end it's not like the underground overtakes, you know, topside, but more so they find a way to sort of cohabitat. I don't even know if that's the right word. But I hope that they find a way to coexist together, and understand that, you know, using all of our faculties, that we can progress our society as a whole. I did get one question answered, but it kind of led to another question. I was wondering in the first episode when they showed the very beginning, when they showed Vander find Vi and Powder, I knew that was some sort of war that went on. I wasn't sure if it was an actual war or if that was the beginning of underground versus, you know, topside. And that was answered. Basically, it appears that Vander did lead the underground, the undercity, into a war with topside, and things are shaping up that way again. And so I 100% can't wait for the next episode, and I hope you guys will all join me, because this is a pretty cool show and it's something new. So I'm definitely feeling it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and again, if you'd like, follow my social medias, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.